The latest news out of Baltimore has everyone on edge. The Ravens just confirmed some bad updates about Lamar Jackson, and right before the game against the Rams, what looked like a minor injury at first has now turned into a real concern, and things might be worse than anyone expected. Lamar, the guy who is this team, still hasn't returned to practice, and the chances of him missing another game are getting higher by the day. What's really going on? Can he actually play on Sunday? And what does this mean for the rest of the season? Let's break down what's happening with Baltimore's franchise quarterback and why this latest update completely changed the mood around the team. The situation in Baltimore is starting to get serious. Lamar Jackson, the face of the franchise and the engine of the Ravens offense, still hasn't been back on the field. He's now missed 4 straight practices, and that's got everyone, from coaches to fans, on full alert. When a player like Lamar stays out this long, the question isn't just when will he be back anymore. It's what kind of shape will he be in when he does come back. The biggest concern is the type of injury. A hamstring issue is no joke, especially for a quarterback like Lamar who relies so much on speed, acceleration, and sudden changes of direction. Even the slightest discomfort can throw off his entire rhythm, from footwork to throw in motion, and could easily limit the explosive style that makes him so dangerous every Sunday. Meanwhile, practice keeps rolling without the team's leader. The offense is still working, but the energy just isn't the same. Lamar is that kind of player who changes the entire vibe, the confidence in the huddle, the rhythm of every rep, even the attitude on the sideline. Without him, the offense feels incomplete, like it's missing its heartbeat. John Harbaugh keeps trying to sound optimistic, but the silence around Lamar's progress only adds to the uneasiness. When uncertainty starts creeping into a locker room, the impact spreads fast. What was supposed to be a short break is now starting to feel like something bigger, and it's becoming clear that this recovery might take longer than anyone wanted. And the worst part? It all started so suddenly, in a game where Lamar seemed in full control, right up until the moment his body said enough. From that point on, everything changed for Baltimore's season. That moment is where things started to unravel. Everything began in that matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs, one of those games that was supposed to be a heavyweight showdown between 2 of the league's top quarterbacks. Lamar was holding his own, keeping Baltimore competitive, until the third quarter hit. On a seemingly routine play, he came up limping and had to come out. It was one of those moments where the entire stadium goes silent, when everyone instantly knows something's wrong. The diagnosis came back, a hamstring injury. And if you know football, you know how tricky that can be. It's not something you just walk off. It takes time, treatment, and, above all, patience. For a player as explosive as Lamar, rushing back too soon could mean making it worse, and losing even more games down the line. That's exactly why Baltimore has been so cautious. Even so, the impact was immediate. Without Lamar, the Ravens completely lost control of that game against Kansas City. And since then, nothing has been the same. The team that looked confident and composed suddenly became desperate to stay afloat. His absence exposed weaknesses in the offense that were easy to ignore when he was on the field making magic happen. And what's even scarier is how easily this all could have been avoided. Maybe it was bad luck. Maybe it was overuse early in the year. No one really knows. But one thing's for sure, Lamar's injury didn't just hit the team physically. It drained their spirit. And that became even more obvious once the backup had to take over. Since Lamar went down, the Ravens' offense has completely lost its rhythm. Cooper Rush stepped in, but he just hasn't been able to bring that same spark or confidence. In a game and a half a starter, he's thrown for only 231 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions, numbers that say everything about how dependent this system is on Lamar. Without him, the offense looks slow, predictable, and easy to defend. Lamar has always been the glue that holds everything together. When a play breaks down, he's the one who turns chaos into something spectacular, escaping defenders, making impossible throws, or finding a way to move the chains when the pocket collapses. Without that, everything falls flat. The run game loses power, the play action becomes useless, and defenses can relax knowing there's no wild card to count for. But what's even tougher is how much his absence affects the mindset of the team. Lamar isn't just a star, he's their spark. He lifts the energy of the locker room. keeps everyone believing, and sets the tone every time he steps on the field. Without him, that confidence fades. The players feel it, the coaches feel it, and the opponents definitely notice it. And now, with losses piling up and pressure mounting, the big question hangs in the air. When will he be back? No one knows for sure, and the latest updates don't sound promising, which leads us right to the most worrying part of this whole story.
All right, we're already past the halfway point of this video, but before we continue, I noticed you haven't left a like yet. It's really important because it helps YouTube keep showing you my content so I can keep bringing you the best news about the Baltimore Ravens. So go ahead and hit that like button. It's free and it really helps. Thanks. Now let's get back to it.
Everyone in Baltimore had circled this week on the calendar, hoping it would mark Lamar's return. The matchup against the Rams was supposed to be the turning point, the fresh start, but that hope is fading fast. According to Ravens editorial director Ryan Mink, Lamar Jackson still hasn't returned to practice and is in danger of missing his second straight game. That single sentence hit like a punch to the gut for fans desperate to see number 8 back on the field. Missing a 4th straight practice is a big deal. It shows the team is taking no chances. And honestly, that's the right call. Coming back too early could make things worse. And Baltimore can't afford to lose Lamar for an even longer stretch. But every practice he misses also means less chemistry, less rhythm, and more uncertainty about where this team is heading. Inside the locker room, there's this quiet frustration. Everyone knows how badly Lamar wants to play. He hates sitting out, but this decision isn't his anymore. It's up to the medical staff. And from the looks of it, they're playing it safe, even if fans don't want to hear that. The goal now isn't just to get him back. It's to make sure he's right when he returns. Still, missing another game could sting. The Rams come in hot, with Matthew Stafford playing sharp and their defense forcing turnovers. Without Lamar, the Ravens once again have to lean on an offense that hasn't shown it can compete. It's a brutal spot to be in, and it only proves how much this entire season rests on one player who's still trying to win the fight against his own body. Before he went down, Lamar was on fire. In just 4 games, he threw for 869 yards, 10 touchdowns, and only 1 interception, plus another 166 yards and a score on the ground. That's MVP-level production, the kind of start that reminded everyone of his best years. He wasn't just leading this team, he was carrying it. Those numbers say it all. The offense that once felt electric now looks lifeless. Defenses that used to panic at the thought of facing Lamar now play relaxed. His absence didn't just take away talent. It took away the fear factor. Teams use to change their entire game plan because of him. And without that, Baltimore looks exposed. But the biggest issue is time. The NFL doesn't wait for anyone. And at 1-4, every week without Lamar feels heavier. The margin for error is gone. Each loss digs a hole deeper and serves as another reminder of how much this team depends on one man. The roster is talented, sure, but without the leader who makes it all click, it's like the pieces just don't fit together. Right now, everything revolves around one question no one can answer. When will Lamar Jackson be back? The team needs him. The locker room needs him. And maybe more than anyone, the entire city of Baltimore needs to see number 8 back on the field, ready to reignite the fire and change the direction of a season that's slipping away fast. Lamar Jackson's situation has become the great mystery of the Ravens season. The team is cornered, struggling, desperate, and missing its most important player. Every new update seems to raise more questions than answers, and the uncertainty about his return is weighing heavily on everyone involved. Everything Lamar built, the rhythm, the chemistry, the confidence, came to a screeching halt the moment he got hurt. Now, with the offense lost and the team sinking, his return isn't just important. It's the only real hope left. Until then, the Ravens have to find a way to survive without their leader, a task that's proving harder every single week. So what do you think? Should Lamar push to come back, even if he's not 100% yet? Or should he wait, take his time, and make sure he's fully healthy before stepping back on the field? Either way, one thing's certain. The fate of the Ravens season depends entirely on when number 8 is ready to take command again.
And if you, just like me, are passionate about the world of football and want to learn more about the Ravens' legacy, don't leave this video without sharing it with that friend who is also a Baltimore Ravens fan and will love this content. See those video suggestions on your screen? The first one was handpicked just for you, and the other is a recommendation from YouTube itself.